why your legs won't stop moving at night, and how to stop this within 72 hours. This was me. I had this problem for over a year, and I had no idea how to get rid of it. Same time, in the middle of the night, every single night. And I was stuck between a rock and a hard place because I was so tired and so exhausted I wanted to sleep, but I couldn't because my legs were so energetic, so achy, so jumpy. I would usually get up, take a walk. It would help for a minute, but then it would come right back. I eventually had to jog around the neighborhood in the middle of the night to get that energy out of my legs. So just to make sure you have this exact problem, there's two things. One, do you have this buildup of energy in your legs, usually the thigh muscle? Number two, it happens in the middle of the night. If you have that, you're going to be very satisfied with what I'm going to show you, because within 3 days from now, you will no longer have this. The first thing you need to know is that this problem is not a leg problem. Even though you feel it in your legs, that's not where the problem is coming from. The real problem is somewhere in your brain that is causing a problem in your legs at night. And I want to explain why you have that so you can really wrap your wits around it. A lot of people are treated with a drug that affects dopamine, and that is a neurotransmitter. Dopamine is supposed to keep things quiet in your legs at night. The problem with that medication, when you take it over a period of time, it not only fails to work, but it creates more of a problem. The deeper problem with dopamine usually is a lack of iron. But people that take iron don't seem to get rid of this restless leg syndrome. And I'm going to tell you why. There's another piece of the puzzle that's missing related to iron, because iron is part of a battery in the nerves. So I'm going to make this really simple. You have all these little nerves in your legs that are sending impulses to the muscle, and it's all coordinated by the brain. Within the nervous system, you have these many little batteries. To make up a battery, you need iron and copper. That allows for an electrical flow and these signals to travel across a distance. And so we're talking about electrons, but we need the right amount of iron and the right amount of copper, because iron won't work without copper. And so the first layer of this problem is to reestablish these two minerals in the correct balance to get the battery to work. And now another question that people have is, why does this problem with the legs happen in the middle of the night? Well, that's because dopamine is on a circadian rhythm, and it's at its lowest point at night. And so if you are even slightly deficient in either one of these minerals, especially copper, and you go through a low level in the middle of the night with dopamine, everything is exaggerated. You're going to feel the symptoms of low dopamine, which is the urge to move. If you have a subclinical deficiency of dopamine, which means you have a slight deficiency, it's going to be exaggerated if you don't have enough copper or even enough iron. But most people have enough iron. It is the copper deficiency that is a bigger problem. So that's layer one. There's another layer to this, because we're talking about an entire engine. You do have a battery, but you also have the motor, okay? So we have something in our body called the mitochondria, which involves taking in your food and turning it into energy. And in the body, that's called ATP. The ATP, or energy that fuels the neurons and allows this battery to work, is dependent on another mineral, which is super important, and that is magnesium. So if you are deficient in magnesium, which is a really common problem, that could be another reason why this entire mechanism is not working. The other interesting thing about magnesium is that it controls calcium in the muscles. In order for your muscles to relax, you need enough magnesium. Magnesium drives the calcium out of the muscles so you can relax. And so if you don't have enough magnesium, the muscles stay tight and achy. And this is why a magnesium deficiency can also cause a cramp early in the morning as well. This is also why a magnesium deficiency causes tight muscles in your traps. Magnesium also has a huge effect over calming the body, especially at night, helping you sleep, and also keeping the stress hormone cortisol as low as possible. And so as you can see, without magnesium, it can affect not just sleep, but your muscles, and especially the energy to the nervous system. If your environment is off, everything else struggles. It's like a fish tank. Pollute the water and the fish get sick. You could feed them the best food, you can treat every single symptom, but if the water stays toxic, nothing recovers. The body runs on 10 signals like insulin, cortisol, inflammation, sleep quality, gut function. Every one of them affects how you feel. But there is always one signal that is more broken than the rest. And until you fix that one, everything else stays stuck. I built a free 2-minute quiz that finds it for you. It tells you which one of the main signals is holding your body back right now. Click the link in the description, take the quiz, and stop guessing. So we have the first layer with iron and copper, the second layer with magnesium, and there's a third layer, okay? And the third layer has to do with the spark plug that'll activate the entire engine. And that spark plug is vitamin B1. Vitamin B1 is the key to igniting this motor to allow everything to work. And if someone's deficient in B1, which is also very common, they usually have all sorts of issues in the peripheral part of the body, especially even the feet. They might get peripheral neuropathy, which is numbness in the bottom of the feet or the hands. And the other really important factor of B1 is its connection to dopamine. You can't make dopamine if you don't have B1. If there's not enough B1, you also develop or accumulate more lactic acid in the muscles, and they might cramp up and feel achy. And another common problem that I would run into when I was in practice with a B1 deficiency over and over and over would be someone that had nervous tension or anxiety. And then when they would take B1, they would instantly feel relaxed. So we have this problem with the battery, we have this problem with the motor, and then we have B1 with the spark plug. Now, that's all interesting, but I always want to look at what is the deeper issue? Why do you have these deficiencies in the first place? There is one thing that will deplete both copper, magnesium, and B1, and that is consuming high carbohydrates, okay? Now, back when I had this restless leg syndrome, what was I consuming back then? Ben & Jerry's ice cream every night to help myself go to sleep. What happened is then I developed the restless leg syndrome after that. Yes, it initially helped me sleep, but that sugar coma just put me out, but then it kept me up with my legs being restless because high carbohydrates deplete B1, magnesium, and copper. How can we get rid of this problem as quick as possible? Number one, you need to stop consuming carbohydrates, especially sugar and especially starch. And when I talk about starch, I'm talking about the bread, the pasta, the cereal. You need to get that out of your diet today. And then I would also recommend intermittent fasting. You should start seeing results the first day of doing this, okay? And then the second day, I'm going to recommend adding some magnesium and B1. The reason why I recommend glycinate and not other forms is glycinate also increases GABA in the brain and it starts to calm things down. If you can shoot for 600 milligrams every single day, it might seem like a lot, but it's really not. Like every single day for a week, you should start seeing massive results very fast, okay? And I would also find a natural B1 and take 50 milligrams a day. The combination is going to be very, very powerful to get the ball rolling. But day 3, we want to get some copper in your body. One of the best sources of copper is organ meats, liver. If you don't like that, that's fine. You can get it from oysters. If you don't like oysters, dark chocolate. Get the dark chocolate without a lot of sugar. One thing that I do is I get what's called cacao. This is a raw chocolate powder. There's no sugar, and I put a little bit in my coffee. I dissolve it in the morning. Cacao is loaded with not just magnesium, but copper and other trace minerals. But these things right here, over the course of 3 days, 72 hours, should completely get rid of that energetic feeling that you have. And I do recommend doing this for several weeks. And then you can adjust these later on. But what you're going to find, if you go back to consuming a lot of carbohydrates, guess what? This comes right back. So go ahead and do this right now, and then comment down below on how much it helped you. If you want more details on how to do the low-carb diet with intermittent fasting together, I put that video up right here. Check it out.